you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we will be discussing The Host by Stephenie Meyer. Now, I just got finished reading the book, and although I do enjoy the movie because I've seen it a bunch of times, there are some things in the book that I wasn't okay with. But the things that I weren't okay with, as the story goes on, you just kind of get used to it, because this is an unknown world full of souls, and they just want to explore the world. So the things that I wasn't okay with, I kind of get used to it, and I know Stephenie Meyer because I have read some of her work. So she is no stranger to me. I am used to her romantic writing. And the thing that I wasn't okay with, it kind of grew on me in a way. So, enough with the chit chat. Let's get right into this. So, in the movie, we see Melody Strider running from the Seekers building. And she actually falls out a window, but she still survives. And so they put the soul in her. That's how the movie goes. But in the book, she has already been captured, and the soul is already in her. And they're just waiting for her to wake up, and then we learn that this is the school and that the students are watching as the soul goes in so they can learn how to do it. And then she wakes up, and then we meet the main villain of the story. I don't care what you guys say. When she was in that other person's body, I did not like her. We meet the Seeker. Now, I'm okay with her Hiller Forbes. He's cool. I'm cool with him. Her Hiller is cool. But the Seeker, no. I have words for that lady, and I just do not like her as a character. That is just my opinion. I do not like her. So the Seeker says, "Are you alert?" And then she starts asking her a bunch of questions, but our girl Melody is still in there. She is still fighting. And Melody says, not Wanderer. Oh, and by the way, Wanderer is her new name because she's been around a lot of places, and she wandered in a lot of worlds and had a lot of lives, so she changed her. She actually changed her name to Wanderer. So anyway, Melody asks, did they find Sharon? And we later on figure out that Sharon is a cousin of her, and she had an uncle named Uncle Jed, and he created this secret place where they can go, a camp out where her brother Jared is, who is 13 in the book, but in the movie, her brother Jared, no, not Jared. I'm sorry. Jared, her boyfriend. But, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Jared is Jared Jared is her boyfriend, but Jamie is her little brother, and she was watching him last night because ev- because because ever since her father got taken by seekers, and then when he came back, he was taken. So the father took the seekers to the house, but luckily Melody and her brother Jamie were able to escape, and they've been on the run ever since. The supplies was getting low, so she just had to go searching for food, and she promised Jared and 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 and, and she actually promised her little brother Jamie that she will be back in no time. So that's how she got caught in the building, because I guess she was searching for supplies or something. They didn't really say in the movie. And and um and this is when and um I guess I I I guess she I mm, mm, I guess she was searching for supplies because she was running from the seekers when she fell. Well, anyway, she asks she asks her seeker, um uh, uh, did they find Sharon? And the seeker says no. And this is when and this is when and this is when and this is when Melanie Melody tries Melody Melody at night when Wanderer is sleeping. She actually gives her dreams about when her and Jared first met. You see, Melody was on the run. She was gathering food, and she just started packing everything up into her backpack because she was in Jared's house. So when she was in Jared's house, Jared thought that she was a soul, and he said, "Move, you die." And then they started getting into a fight, and then he put a flashlight up to her eye, and then told that she was human, and then he kissed her, which is so not cool, man. Why are you kissing strangers? I know you haven't seen a human in a while, but a stranger, you're gonna kiss a stranger? I guess it's fine. No, that's not fine. That was just so weird. But I guess it's kind of cute in a teenage way because the world has been taken over by aliens. What am I saying? That's no excuse. So after this, he apologizes, and then they go pack up some more food, and then she offer and 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 then he offers to drive her to where her brother is. And then after that Jared, Jamie and her, they become a little family, which I do appreciate. And so after this and s- and s- and 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 um and and so after this, Wanderer wakes up because of um after this strange dream, and then after a few weeks of Melody bothering her in her head, she goes to see her comforter. And a comforter is like a therapist to the soul, I guess, because after her job, because she was actually a teacher at this soul school. I mean, they have a little souls world. It's like everybody has a host. Like in this world, everybody has a host. And they did this in the movie, but I kind of like the way they did it in the book because you get to meet her friends, the people she knows. Like, I love the way how they explored the Souls universe in the book based based in the movie, because in the movie um Wanderer Wanderer doesn't really have a life as a soul, but as Melody, she gets a house, a teaching job. I mean, she is living her best little soul life. Other than Melody, who, 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 uh, who, 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 who wants her body back. And again with this seeker. After work, guess who showed up at her house? No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. I got this wrong. She didn't show up at her house. She showed up at her job, and and, and actually and and actually wanted some more information about Melody's family and to know the location of Jared and Jamie. Wanderer knew, but she was like, "Well, I'm not gonna tell you because I don't want to." And after this, she just kept following her, and then Melody just put this strange idea in her head. She was like, we could kill her. And then Melody put this idea of her head of actually attacking the Seeker, but hmm, hmm, but Wanderer didn't want to do that. So So Wanderer just tried to get on with her day. And then she just got really frustrated with Melody because Melody wouldn't let her do her job. She can let her do she can let her do anything that she loves without questioning it. So this is when she went to go see the comforter. Now she talked to the comforter about her losing control, and and and, and exactly when she said that, Melody broke free and said, "I do not need your help. I do not need a seeker to help me." And she ran straight out of the office. And then and then and 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 and, and, and then Wanderer was back. Melody took over for a while though. Melody is strong. So after months and months of the flashbacks, she actually gets a flashback of where the place is. And then Melody says, I'm sorry, you weren't supposed to see that. And then this is when Wanderer just gets tired of it and says, we are going to Fort Worth to see my seeker. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, that's not what happened. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute. We are going. We are going to Fort Worth to So we are going to Fort Worth to see my healer, she said, because she just got tired of Melody messing with her and being in her head. So they actually pack a bag and go, and guess who showed up? The Seeker, to go on the trip with her. And then Wanderer says, no, you're not going on this trip with me. You're not going. I don't care. You are not going. And the Seeker just gets more annoying and said, okay, you said I'm not going. I'm just going to follow you when you're not looking. So this actually does happen, and unlike the movie where the car just flips over, it runs out of gas and then Melody tells her, cover it. So the Seeker won't come looking for you if she can't find the car. So cover it. And although they did pack a bag of water and granola bars, after they went to store to pack up on some supplies, because now they have to walk, but soon they're running out of supplies. But Melody had a plan. They are not going to Fort Worth. She actually took them to where her Uncle Jeb is, and her and her and, um and her auntie Magloria and her and, um and her auntie Maggie, and so they get there, but Wanderer and Melody and hmm, hmm, hmm. But Wanderer and Melody's body passed out from dehydration. But Jeb finds her and he puts water on her and he says, I'll be right back. And he gives her the canteen, and then after a while of waiting, Melody and Wonder just think that was a mirage because they're out in the desert. And you know how you get dehydrated and you see mirages? They actually thought that her Uncle Jeb was a mirage, but then she wakes up and sees um uh, the canteen in her hand, and that's when she realizes that it wasn't a dream and they have found the place that the Uncle Jeb has written down in her dad's old house on a map. they actually found the place because they think the uncle's crazy. But no, he knew that this was going to happen, so he got prepared. He found the place, he built the shelter for everybody, and now everybody, well, everybody who hadn't been taken over by a soul is there. But since Wanda, well, wow, since Melody has been taken. Since Melody has been taken over by Wanderer, since Melody has been taken over by Wanderer, well, let's see. Her auntie Maggie doesn't trust her. She does find her cousin Sharon, but her cousin Sharon doesn't trust her neither. And her auntie Maggie actually slaps her for taking over her niece's body, but not her Uncle Jared. Jared blindfolds her and says that life is unkind, Maggie, but sometimes you just gotta take a risk. And this is why I like her Uncle Jeb. I love you, Jedediah. Love you, man. You're my favorite character in this book. I love you, man. So, just like the movie, her boyfriend Jared finds out that her so just like the movie, her boyfriend Jared finds out that his girlfriend Melody is back, but since he doesn't know Melody is in there yet, but it's coming, guys, it's coming. Since he doesn't know Melody is in there yet, he smacked her, and then Uncle Jeb says, since she's a guest, no one will harm this girl. No one will harm this girl called Wanderer. No one will harm this girl, he says. So he takes her to the tunnels where she could be safe. And Jeb and her actually becomes friends, and Jeb gives her the name Wanda. And Jeb gives her the new name Wanda. Wanda is her new name, so that's what I'm going to be calling her from now on. I'm sorry if I called her that the first time. I was just confused because I just finished the book just now. So, with that in mind, um, uh, uh, um, uh, um, the next day, this is when Jeb finds out that Melody is still in there, and she actually meets Jared, and Jared's not that nice to her. When he first meets her. Oh, and they aged him up in the book because in the movie, her brother Jamie is like 9. Well, he looks 9 years old. He looks 9, but in the book he's 13. So when he finds out that Melody did survive and that she is in there, he ended up being nicer to her, so she got two friends now. But this other guy named Kyle, no, it wasn't Kyle. Yeah, it was Kyle, his brother Jared, and and it was Kyle and his brother Jared that was trying to kill her by throwing her in the river by making her drown. Um, by uh by making so it was Kyle, Jared, and I think Ian. Wait, was it Kyle, Jared, and Ian who was trying to drown her when she was in the river taking a bath? I think, but she got dressed and she got out, so everything was all good. But but Ian was about to drown in the movie, but regardless of that, he was about to drown. Keyword about, Wanda actually saves him. But in the movie, they don't try to drown her, they try to shoot her. But no, Jeb comes to the rescue. And they say, I said it before, boys. Show her some respect. And then, with this in mind, he actually puts Jared in charge of watching her. And so, since Jared is in charge of watching her now, this means that he's a guard. So he just sits there and taunts her with Cheetos and other snackety snacks while she's eating some bread and some hard bread and soup while he's just taunting her with Cheetos. I'm like, come on, Jared. It's not until earlier in the book where he tries to it's not it's 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 actually not until earlier in the book where he had the understanding for her. So let me explain. In the book, Jared doesn't like her. In the movie, he doesn't like her. But it takes him a while. And this is because Jamie and 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 and, and this is because Wanda told Jamie, and Jeb is super smart. So her Uncle Jeb has already figured out that Wanda is still in there. She is in there. Wait. So Wanda is in there, but also Melody is in there, and and Jared and 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 and, Jared and I'm sorry. and Jared actually and Jared actually finds out from Jebediah, the uncle, and Jamie that Melody is still in there. But by accident, because Jamie blurted it out one time when he was trying to protect Wanda in the caves. And so it took a little while, but he just ended up coming around. And although I did not like it in the movie, they did kiss again. They did kiss again because he was trying to see if Melody was still in there. And just like the night that they first met, she hit him, and that's how and 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 that's how Jared knew that she was still in there. But when this was happening, her and Ian became good friends, and which I do like because her and Ian get really close, and I just love it. They're so cute. But although I do not like it when he gets mad at her at the end, but I will tell you why I don't like that at the end of this video. Okay, so so everything is good. So, ev- so, so everything is good with Wanda, with her and Jared, with her and Melanie, and with her and Jamie, and they became close friends, and everything is going well because she just got a job as a teacher because Jem wanted to know more of her world, and they were like, well, educate us, tell us stories. And it took a little time, but everybody just warmed up, and everybody just warmed up to it. And after this, there is this breakfast scene. There is this breakfast scene that happens that I just don't like. There is this breakfast scene that does happen in the movie that I don't like because it's just a very uncomfortable scene for me. Because they want to know what's inside the white door. They want to know what's behind the white door because her and Melly have been at that hideout for a while, and the door is always closed and people are in and out getting supplies, but they never see what's behind the white door. So her and Melody do some investigating, and they and 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 they and 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 so one day after breakfast, Jamie, Ian, her, and Melody's body, in Melody, I guess, actually go to the door, and I don't know why Ian did this. He was like, come on, you need to see this. So it turned out that the people that they find on these raids, and like, let me explain to you guys what a raid is. A raid is like how they pick up supplies, how they pick up food supplies, medicine supplies, anything they need. So anyway, they actually find out that what the doctor is doing, and Doc was actually nice, to Wanda and Melody, and I just really applaud him for being nice, like the uncle was to her. I really applaud them being nice to that kind soul. So anyway, they actually find out what the doctor is doing is like is 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 like is like cutting into the bodies and taking out the souls. And Wanda is actually disgusted by this, but and actually Wanda is actually disgusted, and Wanda is actually disgusted by this, but Jed tries to tell her we will never stop fighting for Earth. We will never stop. So he actually tells her that that uh uh um that they will never stop fighting for Earth, and they will never stop fighting to get their people back. And she was actually mean to my Evan, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Cause I like Evan. Evan was the first one to apologize to you after trying to hurt you with the rest of the boys. He let you stay in the side of his room and you yelled at him after what you saw. Well, although Ian shouldn't have brought Ian shouldn't have brought although Ian shouldn't have brought them in there in the first place, but I guess her and Melody were curious, so I guess that's why. Because you never see what's happening outside the in it inside of that room, because that room was always locked, and so they wondered what was in there. But Ian didn't have to just ear hustle on those guys' conversations, and then just let Melody and Wanderer go up in there and see that her whole family was being murdered. and and so with this so with this this is when Jeb apologizes and says, okay, how about this? We will try to find a way to remove them without hurting them. And I never meant to hurt you, Wanda, because you are my friend. And the thing that Jared says to her is, forgiveness is a part of life. And Jared says, love is too. You forgot love. And then Jeff was like, okay, break it up, you crazy kids. Well, Jamie was at school. And although I do think it I do think that their schooling is different. I do think that it's cool that they have a school and that they have some of the resources to teach kids. I do think that it's cool that they have a school in the tunnels. So that next day, um, they actually, they actually, they actually get Jamie to go out on, uh, um, uh, um, on a raid with them to, I told you guys before, they just go shopping for supply and yada yada yada. And this is when we get introduced to Lily and Wes. Now, Lily and Wes are a couple. And Ian kind of likes Wanderer. But it's kind of strange because she's in Melody's body. But she likes him anyway. And so, they do a little flirt here and there. Flirty and flirt some more. Flirt. So, after they're playing soccer, they kind of have a discussion and Ian tells her, "Oh, how I really, 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 really like you, Wanda." And actually, Wanda says, and actually, Wanda says says that exact thing, but she is but she wonders what kind of future Ian and her can have being in Melody's body and all that. Oh, and I forgot to tell you after Melody and Wanda found out that they were taking apart souls and human bodies, she disappeared for a month in actually, no, not for a month. She disappeared for 3 days, and it was kind of funny because her boyfriend Jared had to kiss her, and he was like, "Melody Stratton, come back to me right now." And it was kind of funny because they got Melody back, but she said, "Oh, thank heaven you're back. We were looking all over for you. I was really suffering without you being here." And she was like, "Yeah, you look like you were suffering kissing my boyfriend." Okay, so after soccer, Jamie and them come back, and so and and and, and so things are going very, very well. But there is some sad news. When Wanda first got there, she made this friend called Walter. And Walter was sick. And 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 he and, and, and he kept calling Wanda his wife named Gladys. And so, um, so he told Wanda he loved her, but he thought he was talking to his wife Goddess, so she told Wanda that she loved him, and they had to say their goodbyes. I'm telling you, man, Walter was a good friend, and I'm gonna miss him. I know I didn't know him. I know he was just a side character, but I really did like your friend Walter, and it wasn't fair how they took him in the book. But I understand. I understand. He was a good friend though, and I do and and and, and I do like the and, and I do like the ceremony that they have for Walter. Yeah, I do like the ceremony that they have for Walter though. So, anyways, you know the seeker that said she was gonna follow Wanda? Well, she found her, and while Jared, Ian, and her were in her and, 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 and her were out on her first raid, um, the seeker came to the hiding place that Jeb had set up, and Wade, the guy that was dating Lily, hmm, hmm, Wanda's friend, he ended up getting shot, so he ended up dying. And they didn't figure this out until they got back, and they told and I should tell you guys right now. Jeb said that he promised that he would never take a soul out of a body. And, Jeb promised that he would never take a soul out of a body. Without asking Wanda, or actually until he learned how to do it a safe way. So he knows that there's so so, so we as the readers know that Jeb didn't drive those extra seekers at their place. But they did actually catch Wanda's seeker, and they are trying to get her to spill her guts, get her to leave Wanda alone because she's a good person now and that she is one of the citizens. But Wanda actually takes matter into her own hands, and she talks to the seeker, and the seeker actually tells her, Wanda, you, and this is when the seeker actually tells her, Wanda, you can pretend to be one of them all you want to. But at the end of the day, you will never be them. You will just be a host. You will just be a spirit trapped into a host to live. And then this is when they get the bright idea. To put her to sleep, and Wanda instructs him how to take the soul out of the body and put it in this little container thing. But don't worry. She is still in there, and they shipped her off to another spirit world. Okay. Since we are almost at the end here, um, uh, uh, I am actually sad to say that Maggie, that 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 uh, 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 I am actually sad to say that Maggie and her niece did not actually accept Wanda at the end. But that's okay. Because I am getting to the good part. So, towards the end, Jamie gets sick, and no matter what they do, they just can't bring his fever down because he has a cut on his leg that is actually really, 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 really bad. So Wanda finally figured out he needs our medicine. But but every but everybody tells Wanda no. We are not stepping into secret territory because secret territory is just way too dangerous. But actually Jared helps her out by waiting until everybody falls asleep, and then they both go to the hospital to get the medicine for Jamie, that pretending Wanda is sick and that she needs healing. So when the healer steps out, Wanda just takes all the medicine for herself. But it's actually different. You had to put the you had to put you had to put you had to put this little towel in their mouths so so they they wouldn't be able to feel the pain of the cut. So what the healer did is she put something in her mouth, and then she healed it, and then she concealed it, and then with a bunch of other medicines that I can't think of the name of, she was healed. So she took the medicine to Doc. She told Doc that it worked, and Jamie was all better. But Kyle, oh my god, Kyle got on my last nerves. So almost at the end of the book, Kyle took the car to go get. Kyle actually took the car to go get his girlfriend. He came back, and I am telling you, when he came back, I'm surprised that they let him. Like, you took the truck, and we had to use a van. You took the truck, man. What are we gonna do for supplies? Like, the truck was their main transportation for supplies, but luckily they had an extra, so I guess it don't matter. So anyway, he got his girlfriend back, and I just have to tell you guys one thing that bothered me. It's the age gaps in this. I know that they are souls, and I know that the bodies that they go in are not children, but it's just, if they were all the same age, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I guess it doesn't matter. Because it's Stephenie Meyer, girl, and Stephenie Meyer, you know I love you. So I'm just going to ignore the age gaps here because I actually do love the book. But although at the end, Wanda makes a choice to get out of Melody's body, but this is when Ian gets mad at her and he actually pulls her out of the room and throws her on the bed and saying, "You're not leaving me. This is not fair. I love you." And they end up crying. I was like, dude, Ian, my guy, I love you, but you do not pull on a woman's arm. He apologized though, and I guess it's okay, but I just don't like I just don't like what he I just don't like what he did in the book, and I still wouldn't like it. I still would not like it. And please do not hold any judgment towards me when I say that I'm just gonna ignore the age gaps. Because guys, it's fantasy. It's not real. But in the real world, that would be a problem for me. Um, let's see. Um, after this, um, the Seeker actually does get taken out of the host body called Linda, and in the movie, Linda seems like a happy soul, but in the book, she is, let's say, picky. Like when she first, gets her mind back, we actually learn that the only reason Seeker wanted to watch over Wanda was to see how she was so smart and how she can remove hosts, because the Seeker actually wanted to remove her host from her body. You can actually take over their bodies, but she didn't know how to do that. But she knew that But she actually knew that Wanda did, so that's why she kept an eye on Wanda for all those years, because she wanted to know what Wanda knew about the humans. And they actually keep her on, and I guess she's okay. I just don't like the fact that she was chatty Cathy. But I do like the fact that they just gave her a place to stay. Now, I did like that. Now, we are at the very end, guys. So Wanda does so 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 Wanda does get removed from Melody's body, but although instead of putting her in the little tub like they did with the first soul that they removed, they put her in another body who uh 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 um who, uh, uh, who never woke up. But Wanda gets upset about this because she told Doc, "I told you I didn't want to take another life." But they said, "You did it. We found this soul. We found this body, and the only way to make it live was to put you inside." And they said, I didn't break my word. They broke it for me. And all her friends were like sitting right there. Even Melody. It was a good old time, you guys. And just okay. Okay. At the very, very end of the book, um they meet they actually meet another group of souls while they're on the raid, but in the movie they actually meet a police officer that is just like Melody, and they both say, "You never know where you're gonna find your home." And then in the book they say, "Stranger world, isn't it?" And then Melody says, "Strangest" to the officer. But that strange world thing, that belonged to Ian and Wanda in the movie. In no book, you are not going to tell me any different. That was their thing, because that's what she said to him when he offered to be her roommate. That is their thing. That is not the police officer and her thing. That's their thing. You took their thing. But I do, but I do like how it ended in the book, in the movie. Although, although I do, and although I do miss the character Wes. I do miss Wanda's friend Wes. I do miss Wanda's friend Wes, and I'm so sad that they took him in the book. And the fact that they took Walter in the book too. And I am not cool with the age gaps. It's just that it's just it's 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 I guess because it's fiction I can overlook it, but it doesn't mean I'm cool with it. I can overlook it though because it was a good book. Well done, Stephanie Meyer. You did good with this book. And I am looking forward and I am looking forward to sharing the selection with you guys in my next video. Bye.